Okay, gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And before we get into today's video, guys, as usual, let me do my shameless plugins. If you're not, make sure you follow me at the appropriate social media at Tanek127, which includes Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and twitch.tv/Tanek127, where I stream regularly. And not to mention, we're on the road to 1,000 followers. I'm going to be doing a small giveaway at 1,000 followers. We're over halfway there, so come get in on that. And if you like my videos, you'll love my streams. Come hang out. What's going on? And also, guys, remember, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that pretty bell so you never miss a video. And if you like today's content, make sure you leave it a thumbs up. All that helps me a ton. Sorry for the long intro and the screw-ups. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get right on into today's video. So welcome, and enjoy this lovely gameplay you guys are seeing here. This is me and my good pal, the Asylum Warden. We are playing Outriders. And keep in mind, guys, this is fresh, authentic Xbox Series S gameplay you are seeing here of Outriders, so be sure to enjoy the footage, all next gen gameplay, so you guys can get a good idea of what it looks like on next gen consoles. If you don't have a next gen console yet, if you have a PS5 or a Series XS or whatever, then obviously you know what this game looks like. So what are my thoughts and opinions after finally getting to play it? I did try to get into the technical stress test a few months back, like I told you guys before, but that thing just wouldn't boot at all. It was a really difficult experience, and most people were lucky if they got past the intro screen or even the character creation screen. I think I was able to, at the most, make my character in that version of the game, but that was about it. Now, I'm not going to lie, the demo here has been a little bit rough network-wise and everything, especially with Xbox having an outage for most of the day that the demo come out. Not to mention there's been server issues on a developer side, but the good news is they have been listening on Twitter, taking a lot of feedback, taking everything everyone tells them seriously, and working on the network issues constantly. So picture this demo honestly as a everlasting beta test till the game releases that helps them, figure out the server issues and stuff like that. And I believe they said the demo would even keep going after the game launched. So even if you want to wait till after launch to check this game out, that's fine. I would obviously recommend playing it, sooner than later, so you have your mind made up, obviously. But just in case you wanted that options. So first and foremost, what is Outriders? Well, basically, here's how I would sum it up. If you take Gears of War and Destiny and give them one big psycho crazy baby, this is what you get. And honestly, guys, this game is amazing. It basically has like a combat and gun feeling of Gears of War, especially with like its cover-to-cover based system and stuff like that. It reminded me a lot of Gears, and I definitely got Gears vibes when I was playing it a lot. Not just because of, a lot of some of the bigger and bulky armor sets in the game, but it definitely just gave me Gears vibes with a lot of the combat. And of course, with its looter shooter aspect, Destiny and stuff like that, and the gear system, looting system, and everything, it definitely reminds me a lot of Destiny. Except this game's gear system and loot drops seem to be a lot more fair. I honestly noticed one good thing is whenever you kill enemies, most of the time they usually always drop ammo. I'm going to say 90% of the time. I'm not going to say 100 because I think there were some times where I didn't get ammo. Most enemies do drop decent loot, like even through the tutorial and early beginning sections of this demo. There were times where I was getting frequent drops from enemy kills. Now it wasn't so much to a point where it was something like on like a Borderlands level or Diablo or something like that, but it was pretty decent loot drops. And then when you fight bosses and bigger enemies, they always drop something special that could be green rarity, blue rarity, purple or gold rarity or anything like that. I feel like the loot system in this game is extremely fair. At least, the impression I'm getting from the demo. I know it's a bit too early to tell, but I did like how generous they seem to be with the loot. It's not spoiling you the way an action RPG does, but it's not boning you like the way Destiny did at times or Anthem did. It's like that perfect balance, and I really did enjoy that about the game. Now, one thing Outriders does is it totes itself as a completed looter shooter. It's not going to be a live service game or anything like that. I've expressed my opinion with that several times, and I'll make that clear again here in this video. That is the one thing about this game that scares me. Don't get me wrong. I know how that sounds to a lot of people. It can sound like I'm saying, I'm afraid of a complete game. It's just that these games always follow a online RPG or MMO-esque pattern of, everlasting content. I want to know if we're going to get that everlasting content with this game, if they plan to expand on it, if there's going to be DLCs. They say there's a solid end game here, but like I said, these kind of games are always built to be expanded on. I want to know what's going to be beyond that end game, because even end games in games, they have their limits. You know, when you play an MMO and you get to that gear threshold, or you finally get that ultimate relic weapon you've been looking for, you're at a pit stop until more content is added to the game. And that is my one and only real concern with Outriders. But besides that, from what I've played from this demo, I'm honestly mind blown. The graphics are gorgeous. I did see one weird little glitch where the cutscenes will get like really low frame rates, the loading times and everything. Amazing, especially on next gen consoles. Unfortunately, I haven't played it on a current gen console, so I don't know what the loading times are like on there. Like I said, but you know, it's a demo, and I'm pretty sure, you know, they're using this to stress test the servers and everything like that. There's a little bit of server instability, but the game's fully crossplay and the whole planet has access to it, so anybody with a PC, last gen or next gen console can play this all on one big gigantic server. So I'm not going to really harp them, you know, for the network instability. This is actually an amazing thing. The fact that a game has a demo with full-on crossplay working for every single platform, and it's not a feature that, you know, that has to be added in later on like we're used to with a lot of games. That is an amazing thing. And if it's a little rough in the demo, so be it. That's how, you know, that's how I say it. You know, especially if this is being used to test it anyway. I'm not really going to complain about that, and I honestly think, you know, for anybody that's played it, I think we should all, you know, find that pretty impressive compared to the things that we've got in the past. I'm not trying to set a low standard or anything, but, you know, just from what I've seen lately with gaming and stuff like that, that is a really good and awesome thing. But anyway, guys, I've had, you know, tons of fun with Outriders. I honestly can't wait for the full release. I plan to, you know, grind the hell out of this game, cover it a good amount here on the channel and stuff like that. And, you know, the fact that Square Enix is behind this as well, that gives me a bit more reassurance, you know, that Square Enix, like I've said before, they are the kings, you know, of RPGs, the guys that make the Final Fantasy series. They've made some questionable decisions as of late. You know, they did have a time where they were falling off their game a little bit and stuff like that. But, you know, they've been pretty decent back at it lately. There are some things they do that I still question, but honestly, seeing a looter shooter in the hands of, you know, a developer team like People Can Fly and a publisher like Square Enix, that gives me a lot of hope for the game's future. But like I said, all I want to see is, you know, some type of guarantee, you know, that this game is going to have a long run life cycle. Now, the fact that there's crossplay implemented makes me feel like, you know, they have long-term plans for this game, but I just, you know, I want to hear the dev team say it. I want to hear Square Enix say it, you know, or whoever in the world has to say, you know, I just want to know that there's long-term plans for this game. And I'm not saying that, you know, because I want a live service game or it needs to be a games as a service. I just, you know, it looks like a really awesome experience. You know, I would hate to play this one time through and, you know, beat its end game and it's done. I would like to play this, you know, for a couple years. This really is something solid. If you guys haven't tried Outriders, if you've been disappointed by Destiny, I'm sure a lot of you guys are upset about Anthem. Well, for those who did like Anthem, you know, hearing about Anthem being canceled and stuff like that, you know, they actually just recently announced that they're going to be shutting down Defiance as well. A lot of, you know, looter shooters haven't been doing, you know, amazing things lately. I know the Warframe community, I know a lot of them are kind of upset with Warframe's state. There's even some content creators that have stopped covering the game because of how Warframe is now. And, you know, if you've been out of the market for a looter shooter for a while and looking for a good one, I would highly suggest giving Outriders a try. There's a free demo accessible to everyone. If you don't like it, just uninstall it. But honestly, what do you got to lose? I think it's pretty amazing. And honestly, guys, this is looking to shape up to be the kind of looter shooter that we've been needing on these console platforms for a while. I think People Can Fly really know what they're doing here, but only time will tell. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tnek127, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.